Welcome to Niš, Serbia, the first stop on our 4-city journey through this beautiful country. Niš is small and totally walkable, and while there's not a huge checklist of sites, it's packed with deep, powerful history. From the ancient fortress to the haunting skull tower and the sobering remnants of a World War II concentration camp, this city has stories to tell. Now, our days didn't quite go as planned because, let's be honest, traveling with toddlers is always a bit of a gamble, but that's part of the adventure. Come along with us as we explore Niš one step and tantrum at a time.
I'm Serbia. We are Niš. We're Niš.
Good morning from Serbia. We are nearing the end of our 3-month Balkan road trip, and we're here in Niš, which is the start of our 10 days in Serbia here. We'll be hitting 4 different cities. We came here last night after crossing the border from Bulgaria. It was a pretty uneventful day, other than the fact that the border crossing was a little strange. We gave him our passports, and the guy in the immigration office literally called in everybody else to come look at our passports. There was like 5 people who just came from the other building and all were hovering around our passports, so not sure what that was about, but...
Yeah, one of them like double checked our passports and a separate person stamped our passports, so I was like...
And then they looked in our trunk, asked us a bunch of questions, you know, the usual stuff, but it was a little strange. We weren't really sure. We were kind of nervous for a few minutes that we actually wouldn't get into the country. There's no reason why they shouldn't let us into the country, but it's always a little nerve-wracking going across the borders, but... So we're trying to get out the door now to go and explore the city. It's a beautiful day out today. It's about mid-50s, sunny. The kids are already crying this morning. They were fighting all morning, so it's been a little bit of a rough one trying to get out the door. Ethan is still crying. He's angry because he hit his sister and I told him he had to say sorry, and he doesn't want to. And he's still crying about it, so. He did hurt you. He hit you in the eye, right? That's a fresh one.
No.
Yes.
No.
So, another fun thing about traveling with kids, so. All right, let's try to get out the door. We started the day with a quick stop at the Holy Trinity Cathedral, one of the most important Orthodox churches in Niš. It was built in the late 1800s after Serbia gained independence from the Ottoman Empire and stands as a symbol of national and religious pride. From there, we made our way down Niš's main pedestrian street, super chill and lined with cafes and shops. First things first, a quick stop for some Burek, which is basically a flaky, cheesy dream and an absolute must if you're anywhere in the Balkans. It's definitely one of our favorites. Naturally, we followed that up with some more walking down the pedestrian avenue and eventually stopped for a coffee break at one of the many cozy cafes along the way. And of course, Isla got her favorite hot chocolate, which she's always asking for anywhere we go. We then continued wandering over to the main square, where our 4-year-old Isla fully entered her I'm in charge now era, sprinting ahead, completely ignoring us. A parent's dream, right? And after wrangling her back, we grabbed a couple of takeaway sandwiches for lunch, nothing fancy, but they did hit the spot, and while we were eating, we met the absolute cutest little dog in the square who clearly just wanted to join the family.
Get down.
The doggy wants our lunch. He's so sweet. Or is it a girl?
I think it's a girl.
She's a nice doggy. Alright, let's take her home. She's so cute. When we were finished eating, we spotted a small park nearby with a few monuments and took a moment to explore.
then wandered down towards the river where we saw a really cool restaurant boat docked there. Definitely a cool spot if you want a meal with a view. And then we crossed over the bridge and made our way into the fortress, which is free to enter. It's full of ruins, old walls, history, lots of places to explore here, a very chill vibe. And everything went great for a while. We walked around, we had a great time, but then Isla decided she was done with walking. So, cue the full-scale toddler meltdown, the laying on the ground, and with that, we decided it was time to call it a day, and we headed back in.
Alright, we're back in from our first day here in Niš. We went all the way down to the main square. We walked around the fortress area. It's pretty cool. Not tons to see, so it didn't take too long. And now it's time for the kids to take a nap because they are very grumpy. Been a lot of tears, a lot of tantrums. So we're back in, give them a rest, and then tomorrow we'll be back out there exploring whatever we missed in the city. So see you then.
Day 2 in Niš started with a visit to one of the more serious landmarks here, the Red Cross concentration camp.
It's another day in Niš. I am out here by myself. I left Alana and the kids behind. I'm going to explore a concentration camp. So let's go see it.
The Red Cross concentration camp was operated by Nazi Germany during World War II. It was used to detain resistance fighters, political prisoners, and Jewish families before many were deported to death camps. Over 30,000 people were imprisoned here, and thousands never made it out. Walking through the cold stone cells and seeing the names scratched into the walls is incredibly sobering. Walking through the camp, there are escape stories, tragic stories, and stories of quiet bravery. The museum preserves personal belongings, documents, and photographs from the time, a powerful reminder of the atrocities that happened here and why it's so important to remember them.
Just finished up at the concentration camp. Very eye-opening. I knew obviously a little bit about the Holocaust and concentration camps, but to actually see the pictures and all the the memorial stuff, there was like baby shoes and baby toys and whatnot, and yeah, it really put it into like reality. definitely recommend coming to see this. This is one of the smaller concentration camps, so I can only imagine what Auschwitz would probably look like. The only thing I don't like about here is that you only have access to the main building there. There's a kitchen and a dining room that you don't get access to, and I think like a administration room where the officers hung out, which I would really like to see, but it is what it is.
Alright, so we had a great couple days in Niš. It's a nice little town. There's not tons to do, so you can easily walk around it in one day if you want to or need to. Really chill, really like low-key. It's not too busy. It's really nice to walk around the fortress area, the bridge, the little parks and stuff. There's a lot of parks around here, so really cool. And now we are on our way out of the city. We're headed to Belgrade, which is the capital of Serbia, and on the way we're going to check out one more thing in Niš, probably the most popular tourist attraction here. It feels weird calling it a tourist attraction because it's a memorial of skulls, but if you ever Google Niš, Serbia, this is probably the first image that you will see. It is a tower of skulls. The skull tower was built in 1809 by Turkish generals during the Serbian uprising against the Ottoman Empire, and it's made of human skulls of defeated Serbs in the battle for the liberation of Niš. And it was built as a warning to anyone rising against the Ottoman Empire, but it actually backfired and became a symbol for resistance in the Serb struggle for freedom. The skull tower stands 4 meters tall and originally had 952 skulls.
No!
But today it only has 59 left, I think, and that's because family members came and claimed their loved ones to give them proper burials, and they've actually built a church around it as a kind of memorial. So you can come here, you can go see it, pay your respects, and learn a little bit more about the history of the Serbian uprising against the Ottoman Empire. So always learning something everywhere we go. So.
Yes, we do it.
Yes, we do it, she said.
Yes, we do.
We're not going to take the kids in, though, because I don't really think it's appropriate for them. I don't want to have the whole death talk with them just yet. Or skulls, and I mean, they've seen animal skulls, but human skulls is...
Where you draw the line?
Yeah, I draw the line there. So... we parked, there's a little parking lot right across the street, and me and Ryan are just gonna take turns, go over, check it out, and then we'll be heading out of Niš and onto Belgrade. So, let's go. Alright, finished up at the Skull Tower. Definitely a cool place to see. Definitely worth seeing if you're in this area of Serbia. But you did have to pay to enter. It was like 300 dinar, which is like $2 US, $250 maybe?
Something like that.
Something like that.
And it's the same for the concentration camp. It was also 300, but they do have a combo ticket for multiple sites. I think it maxed out for all the sites, like 1,200 dinar.
Yeah, if you wanted to do everything. But usually with the kids, we don't do museums, like history museums, art museums, cultural museums. We usually don't do any of that stuff with them. We have done a few museums with them when they were a little bit younger, but now that they're both kind of mobile, makes it hard because, you know, the constant touching things and yelling, being too loud in places that are supposed to be quiet. So we just don't really do that, which is why Ryan did the concentration camp by himself yesterday, because we could not take the kids there. I would not want to take the kids there. It's a sensitive place. Same thing with the Skull Tower, a little bit of a sensitive place. Don't really want to take the kids there. So did that separately, which is one of our best travel tips, I think, is that when you're traveling with young children, you don't necessarily have to skip out on everything you want to do. Don't be afraid to split up sometimes and kind of divide and conquer. And, you know, I can go do some things that I want to do alone, and Ryan can do things he wants to do alone. Or if we both want to do something, we take turns going in, and one person stays with the kids. And
you know, so it works out. You know, it's better than missing out on things that are important to you. Of course, we try to do as many things with the kids as an entire family as we can. That's, you know, where our memories are made, and that's what we enjoy best, is being able to enjoy things with our kids. So that's what we do most of the time, but occasionally we do split up. We do things separately, especially when it's something that we really want to do, something that we don't want to skip out on. Like Ryan went up in a hot air balloon in Cappadocia because kids are not allowed in those hot air balloons. And then I did paragliding in Turkey as well, which was an amazing experience. I'm really glad I did it. But some things that you just can't take kids. It's not safe for them. It's not recommended. It's not allowed. So consider splitting up. But definitely nice, cute little town. Niš is nice to just get out of the big cities, away from the big touristy crowds. But now we're headed back to the crowds, probably to Belgrade, which is the capital of Serbia, and it's a 2.5-hour drive. So I should be there shortly. And there are tolls in Serbia that you pay. Probably cash only, right? Right, we got a ticket, so I don't know. Usually they're cash only, but we'll see. The ones in Greece were a card or cash, which was nice, but we're not in Greece. Still got the card. All right, paid our first toll in Serbia, and they do take cards. It's not cash only, which is great. And it was $11.60. So that is what, like 10 US dollars? Somewhere around 10 US dollars. But we're on it for a good while. But that is still pretty pricey for the Balkans. I would have expected it to be a lot lower, but what are you gonna do?